Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to review and also quick unbox this awesome looking dongle. This is called HD5 16GB. Now this is done by a company called Buzztv. Alright, so this box will get you OS 11 and now it comes with 2GB of lower power DDR4 RAM. Also it comes with 16GB internal storage. Yes, this is S905Y4 chipset, which is really good for portable devices. And on top of that, this comes with dual antenna inside of it. Plus it has a LAN connection, which is 10100, and it comes with a beautiful remote called BT400, which is backlit as I'm showing right now. And on top of that, this has its own app. And I do not want to forget, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, click the subscribe button. Make sure you share this with your friends and family. Make sure you click the notification, select all, in order to get notified once we have a new video out. On top of that, if you have a question, drop them at the bottom of the video. We love to help you out ASAP. And don't forget to click the like button. It really motivates us to make these type of videos quickly with a little more detail every time. And here are all the components that are part of the box. It comes with a power adapter. Now this is a USB 2.0 that will connect to the power brick. And this side is USB Type-C that will connect to the actual dongle. It also comes with two AAA batteries, power adapter, which is 5 volt 2 amp, and all the writings on one side. And if you look, you can open it in this way. You can connect it to Canada and the United States. Now, if you do require to get it for overseas, they will package it with different type of connectors, something like this. And in this way, it will work for you in different part of the world. Now, it does come with a remote. This is called BT400. It is inside of a plastic so it doesn't get scratched up. But once you open it, it is designed very well. You can see that starting from the top, you have the power button and then the source button. You have the media player buttons and then the white Buzz button, which will take you inside of the Buzz app. You do have a menu key. Also, you have the guide button and then you have the navigation key with the OK in the middle. And then you have the return key, in this case escape. Also you have the home button, which is white color, and also you do have the static mouse. You have the volume up and down and the channel up and down on the other side. In the middle of it you have the last button, info button. You have this part which will able to work really well inside of the Buzztv app, and also you can customize that. If you look in the bottom, you have the numeric key with the page down and page up in the bottom. And also you have their logo in the bottom. When you look in the back, you have a QR code that you can scan and learn more about the actual remote. In the way that they have designed it, you have a really cool part so you can put your finger to it. In this way, you know exactly which part is the top and which part is the bottom. And when you put it in the table, it doesn't wobble that much, which is really cool the way that they have designed it. Now, if you look on the top part of it, you do have a little section for the IR sensor. And when you go around, there's nothing else. And when you look in the bottom, very easily you can open, so you can put two AAA batteries, which is included in this package. Now the next part and the big part is the actual dongle itself. This is called HD5 16GB is the model number. And once you open it, this is how it looks. This is their logo and it has a little light. Once you turn it on, this will be lit. And when you go around, it's really nicely designed. And this part is also really sturdy, so it doesn't really easily break off. And this is the HDMI. Once you take it off, you can see that. And when you go around it, it is really nicely designed. So let's go around and check it out. So on this side, there's nothing. But over here, you have the power, just 5 volt 2 amp. It is indicated there. You have a USB 2.0 port, and then you have a 10100 LAN. When you go around it, there is a little reset button. This is how you will be able to repair your remote if you ever get disconnected. And also, if you look on this side, there's nothing here. But when you flip it upside down, there is a lot of writings there. So you have the FCC information there. And if you look in the bottom, you have a little sticker for your serial number and MAC address for warranty purposes. This is how it really looks. So let's go ahead and connect it. Now to connect, grab your wire and then connect it to the power source. So when you are connecting your dongle to the TV, it's going to connect something like this. But in this case, because we're going to capture it, we're going to connect it right now, which is a little bit different. So let's go connect it here. And then we have to connect the power. So once you turn it on, you can see that the light is lit, and this means that it has been connected. Now let's go through and hook up your remote. So as soon as it comes on, this is the first screen you will see. And once it goes to this screen, grab your remote And then as it mentions on the screen that you have to press and hold the OK button and the home button together for about 3 seconds. Let's do that. And there you go. Once you see that blinking, it will tell you that the remote is found. Now we will wait for it to connect, and here you go. Now we can quickly set up this part of the screen, so we can bypass this and we go to the main screen. And once it goes to the main screen, yes, you will get this little pop-up that says installing the apps. So these are preloaded apps. It has to grab the latest version from the internet to install it for you. And here you go. This is their main screen. Now you can use your remote to easily maneuver back and forth. So I'm going to connect my Air Mouse remote, which is called Buzztv's ARQ100. Makes it a lot easier for me to talk about this really quickly. So their logo is on the top, and then you have their settings, which we're going to go in a couple of seconds. And now you will be able to see other options underneath of it, something like server settings, which we cannot cover under this video because this is made for YouTube friendly. But if you are watching the full version, yes, it will come up, just hang in there. And then also the time is there, and then the temperature is there. Now this is, the temperature is really taking with the time from your IP address. So if you are off a couple of seconds, it makes sense that where they're getting the information from. And if you're connected via Wi-Fi or LAN connection, it's written right underneath of it. If your Bluetooth is on because your remote is working, but if you want to connect your headphones, your speakers, you have other devices that you want to connect to this, like soundbar, working perfectly, you have to go under settings to do that. Now you also have the update. You can go to it, you can click on it to see if there's any other updates available. It will tell you right here, and this will change to download, and that's it. That's how you will be able to process the update. Next part is changing background. We will try to cover it in this video so that we can see it. Next part is Buzztv Utility. This is very big. We will get to it in a couple of seconds. But for right now, let's go back out and let's just talk about the rest of the information. So yeah, your time is showing up and your weather. Except that it has huge icons for live TV, VOD, PVR, and APG. Now, when you purchase these boxes, it does not come preloaded, so you need to find somebody to give you access to the live TV in order to get access, play with it. Except that you can go on the bottom, it says all apps. You're also going to see it right underneath of it that you can go through and you can play with the apps. You can also move these apps one by one. You can click on it for a couple of seconds, say move, and you will be able to move it. So we can go click on all apps and it will show up here too. So these are the preloaded apps. When you buy it, there's nothing else except these apps that are part of it. So we haven't installed anything to do some benchmarking. So here you go. Another part is App Store, YouTube. These are just shortcuts. You can also create a shortcut by just clicking the plus sign, and then you can go through to add and remove apps. So something like Netflix, click OK, say yes, press back, and it will show up in the front, and that's it. Now if you want to remove it or move this, click on move, and it will be able to move it first one on the list, not this, but after that. And then if you want to remove it from the main screen, you can say remove shortcut and it will be gone. Now if you click on it again and you want to say uninstall, it will uninstall the whole app from your box, and that's it. Then you have to install it fresh. You will be able to process that. So these are the main apps that are part of this, and let's go next. Now it's time to do some benchmarking. Now number one that we're going to go to will be the Geekbench. Now we already processed it, and for single core we received 115, and for multi-core we received 394. The next thing we will go to will be AIDA64. Now under AIDA64, you can see the manufacturer is Detaied Logic, and then right underneath of it, the model number, which is HD5 16, and the brand is there too. Now here's one part that it does show the serial number, which we're going to cover, but it shows that it has 2 GB of RAM, how much has been used and how much is available. Underneath of it, it is 16 GB of internal storage, but you can see that how much is available is because how much it will be divided into the OS and also some for backup in case something happens, you have to factory reset it, and then the rest is going to be partitioned, and then the other apps that we installed on top, and that is how much available right now. Next part is going to be your Bluetooth. I know this one has Bluetooth 5.0, but because of the board, it cannot read more than 4+ with this app. Now the next part is going to be the CPU itself. You can see that this is ARM Cortex A35, which is running on 2004 megahertz. Now going down, here's the cores. It's 4 cores, the ones that are running and the ones that are sleeping. So it does not really reach to the maximum, and sometimes if it does reach, it automatically quickly goes back down, which is really good. Another part is the CPU utilization is roughly about 21%. Scaling governor is scheduled, which is really good. The next part is going to be the display. Now, native resolution on this is 1080p, but it can do up to 4K, and it is going to be 61 dpi. The GPU on this is Mali G31, which is a single core running on 60 Hz. It is on landscape mode, and the OpenGL ES version is 3.2, which means if you want to install a game on it, it will run really nice and smoothly, which we will try to show at the end of the video. Now here you go. This is for Wi-Fi, and you can see that the 5G band is supported. Android version, which is 11, and then going down, the API level is there too. Now under terminal is a really good thing to look at. Right now it only shows the actual CPU in it, not the RAM, and it is running really good and cool. And under codecs, it's a really good thing to look at. Now this is Y4 chipset, and it does support AV1. So here you go, it's starting from H264, VP9, VP8, MPEG-4, going up to H263, and now going up over here, you can see that VC1, RM40, going up to MPEG-1, MPEG-2, and there you go, so AVS and AV1. This is a really good thing to keep, but this is all the codecs that is available inside of this box. Now the next thing we want to test and we want to go to will be the YouTube. Now you can see that as soon as you click on it, the video automatically plays as 440p, but you can change it to 2160p, which is going to be 4K. It takes a couple of seconds and then it will show up for you perfectly. Now that's not it. Now if you want to go with the nerdy one, you can see that right now it is set up as 1080p, but 0 frame drops, and you can, right over here, will tell you 4K and 30 Hz, which is really good. And the codecs that they're using is VP9 and also the MP4A, and to getting this picture, but it looks beautiful. There's no pause to it. This is perfect. That's what really stands out for us with this app. Now before we go next, I have to mention that there are some apps that are on this that I cannot really make a video in YouTube. So I will cut that part and then we can go next. So this way it will show that what we did. All right, so the next thing we want to go to will be the Buzztv Smart Remote app. Now over here you have a lot of options. Number one is make sure that your remote is connected as Bluetooth. Version will show up and also battery. Now you can also auto connect this with your TV. So this way you can control the power, which is going to be the power, and also the source on the remote. So that way you can use it, and also the volume up and down will be all done through your TV itself and not on the box. Another cool thing is that you have a backlit. Now when you press the backlit to turn it on, and then you can have your backlit working, and if you press any of the buttons it will turn on your backlit and you can turn it back off. So this way it will really not use a lot of your battery. Another part is set up your keys. Now this is really cool because you can set this up so you can open different apps, but you have to understand that once you set up your app, you will be disqualifying that button not to work inside of your Buzztv app. So it's really cool if it says unidentified. So this way it will be working inside of your Buzztv app, which is really good. Now another part is that you can set up your HDMI CEC with your newer TVs. If you don't need it, just turn it off, and this way your unit will not turn off by itself. And also if you have an older type of TV and it does work roughly about 10 years old till now, then you can have your virtual CEC turn on, and this way it will work with that, except that turn it off. One more thing that I have to mention is this volume part that you can see in the bottom. If you don't see it, that's okay. Come to this app, which is going to call Smart Remote app, and you can select max volume and make sure that is turned off so you can have access for the volume, except that it will be on a maximum when you turn it on. You can see that on the bottom it went to 100. Sound will be controlled by your TV itself, and that's about it. The settings on the top. Now under settings there are some sections that we want to cover, which will be something like Buzztv Utilities, and inside of this you can check your update, and also you can check it right over here too, so that will be the same place but in two places. Another thing is your home screen, so you can change your home screen as I am showing you right now, and this is how easy it is to process and have different type of settings and different type of look, just in case if you want to change it from this main one to different one. This will really help you out to process. Now another thing is going to be your weather settings. So as you can see right now on the top, you have your settings shows as Celsius. Now you can change that to Fahrenheit by just going into Buzztv Utilities and then go to weather settings, and the first part it says temperature, click on it, and from here you can change it back and forth, which is a really cool thing. Another part, it's called remote control. Now this is really good if you have an air mouse remote and you want to change your pointer to be faster or slower. This is going to work out for you perfectly. Another part is the volume control itself. It's all going to be here, which we already showed inside of the smart remote. So this part was really big. I thought I should bring it in for you guys to show exactly how it works. The next thing that we're going to cover on this video will be the speed test. So let's just go and launch it. This is our test. First thing we did is using the Wi-Fi, because this is a dongle and this will require for you to do it with Wi-Fi. So the first one that we have done, we received 407 for our download, and for our upload we had 50.9. Now our internet speed today is a gigabit and our upload speed is roughly about 52 megabits per second. So we are really near to it. You can see my idle time is a little bit higher than I was expecting. Now this is done through Wi-Fi 5G network. And then when I did it for second time, we received 360. And for our upload, we received 50.8 again. Now if we look for our idle time, or we call it ping, it's really nice and smooth. It's about 17, which is a really good number. Now when we did it with the LAN connection, now this unit do come with a LAN connection, which is 10100. For our download, it was 92.7. This is perfectly done. And for our upload, it's 50.9. If we look for our idle time, or in this case ping, it's 18, which is again really good number. Now when we did it for the last time, we received 93.6. This is a LAN connection. And for upload was exactly 52, which is really good number. And when you look on ping, it was right on the dot. It was really good, and this is what we were always looking for. USB sticks that will change or convert to landline. That will also give you a better connection, because those landlines that Buzztv do sell is a gigabit. So it's not going to be 92, but roughly about 380 to like 450 numbers. Which again is perfect number if you ever wanted to play with that. If you do want us to make a video, do let us know. We will do that for you. The next thing we want to do, and the last thing, is going to be some video testing. Now for this, I have some videos from a long time ago, and that's what we're going to use. The first one is going to be 1080p video. Now remember that this is using Wi-Fi to get all the information, so it takes a little bit for it to connect and get you the info. And here you go. This is how smooth it will be. And if I have to press the volume for the sound, it is really nicely done. Again, there's no stop to it. That first time it has to load from the network, that's about it. Now here's our second one. Now again, this is really nice and smooth. As you can see, all of the particles are done properly on this. It is playing it nice and smoothly. Maybe on my capture card it shows a little breakage, but when I look at it on the actual screen, it looks nice and smooth. There's going to be some birds that are flying and everything, so there's a lot of little particles that's going through. This is 4K, but it's not 10-bit. So let's go to our 10-bit video. Now here is 10-bit video. As soon as it starts, there was a little pause to it loads, but once it starts loading, here's the volume. Just gonna put it up a little bit in some little effects. So here you go. This is how it really looks. This is really nicely done. Voices there. Everything is running smoothly. This is 4K and 10 bits. So it's doing it properly for us. I have nothing else to say. It's very smooth, very nice. There's no stop to it. Except that this was our take. And this was our take on Buzztv's HD5 16GB, which comes with 2GB of DDR4 lower powered, and this was really good device again to play with. It is very reasonable on prices. You can buy it from Amazon or from the official website, which links are available in the bottom. I hope you guys like our video. If you do like it, click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment on the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is exitex.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and other social networking places, and thank you.